Sorry, I think I'm on mute. Good evening, everyone. Let's get started now. Okay. So, yesterday, what are we discussing? Yesterday, we discussed basically what is data analysis, why we have to do data analysis, and how we are going to perform data analysis, how to perform data analysis in real time, and then how many modules we covered, its duration, and job opportunities. Then we also discussed about projects, entire process flow, and salary package. Yeah. So, what is data analysis, why it is, and how to perform data analysis, modules, its duration, job opportunity, projects, entire process flow, how are we going to support, and about even recordings. So, this is something we have discussed along with even what is data. So, this is what we discussed in yesterday's session. Any doubts related to any topic, guys, from yesterday's session? Uh, Apurva, Gangotri, Tantashri, Sirisha, Prudvi, Raja, Saif Khan, Sneha, Saurabh. Any doubts from yesterday's session? Can I take it as no? Am I audible, everyone? First of all, no one even.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Just thinking that you guys have no doubts. Okay. Even I
Hello.
said yes.
Yes, ma'am. I joined. I didn't join yesterday's session, so
You
I
didn't
did.
join the session, right?
Yeah,
Do you got recording? Yesterday session recording?
yeah. I have the recording. I saw till you explained the modules.
Mm-hmm.
Half
Any
video I saw.
off video. So I
Oh,
wanted you to watch the entire video, and if you have any doubts, please go ahead and ask related to this any points. Okay. Please go and
yeah.
watch the recording. Okay. And
Okay.
one more joining, I guess Prudvi, you didn't join yesterday, right? Am I correct? Am I right, Prudvi? That you didn't join yesterday, correct? So whosoever is joining today, please go to the recordings. And I wish no doubts on this particular thing. Okay. Now let's get started with today's session. Um, yes. Now, agenda, right? So first, let me discuss about Excel. In Excel, what all I'm going to tell. So each and every point I said I'm gonna discuss today, right? So today, entire session might go with this agenda and little bit components of Power BI. And I can, if still we have a time, I can take a walkthrough of Power BI. We are going to start off Power BI from tomorrow. We are going to start off Power BI from tomorrow. So that is our first module we are starting with at our 8:30 batch. Okay. Now, guys, every case, how the things will be going in two methods. One is your basic and another one is your advanced level. One is your basic and another one is your advanced level. So these two levels, it's gonna be happen. Basic and advanced level. Now, um, every time we are going to start our session with the basic. You should understand generally what is basics mean. Basic means it will also cover everything. It will also give you output, but the output which is giving in a static method. The output which is giving in a static method, which is known as a basic, right? The output which is giving in a static method, which is known as a basic, that is something we are going to start off. And advanced level, the output which is going to be given in a dynamic method. the output which is giving in a dynamic method. Now you can ask, ma'am, what is the difference between static and dynamic? Anyone would like to answer? What is static and dynamic? Gangotri, Kantasri. Anyone would like to answer what is static and what is dynamic?
Yeah, Nageshwari here.
Hi,
So
ma'am.
static is like the values when they don't change at all. I mean, it would be fixed. Like if it is $10 in this month, it would be $10 every month for the variable we say. And the values might will change in dynamic. It would be like 10 this month or 20 next month. It would be calculated value or depending on some other parameters. That would be dynamic.
So at one point, you may be right, but according to this practice, I can convey this definition in a different way. Okay. So maybe you're saying static is fixed, dynamic is a variable. Correct? That's what you're saying. So now, what I wanted to say, for example, every problem, there would be multiple solutions. Of course, few problems might have one solution only, but most probably coming to Excel, there would be two solutions. So, one solution you can do very much easy basic using like flash fill. Okay, flash fill, control E, fill series, all this, no, which are basics will give you output to the problem. So, but that solution is only one time solution. For example, you're writing solution today and expecting it to be on a daily basis, you need a solution for that particular problem, it's not gonna give. It's a one time solution, right? It will not automatically answer on a daily basis. But dynamic is not like that. Once you give a solution to dynamic level, you don't need to intervene. Human intervention is not needed all the time to go and update all the time. So one formula you write for that particular Excel, you write one formula and you give it on a daily basis or on a quarterly basis, monthly basis, whatever it is. Dynamically, the solution will keep on coming. You don't have to give it on a daily basis. Am I clear? Understood what is static and dynamic? Basically, I can write a key points here. This is something you are supposed to understand. So it is, one is static, another one is dynamic. Means static means a basic. Dynamic means in a advanced level we will be covering. Here, most probably we will be using functions or inbuilt procedures if we have anything. Let me keep functions as well. Okay, right now. Maybe functions is like your shortcut keys. Okay, in dynamic, we will be using formulas most probably. In Excel only, I'm saying, which will give you automatic answers. Here, human intervention is needed whenever, all the time you need the solution. Human intervention is needed. But here, human intervention is not needed once once the solution is given, it will automatically, once the solution is given, it's a permanent solution, you can think automatically it will be keep on updating. Okay, and here um it will not do automative work, but here it will do here automative work is done. Okay, so these are the things. So I initially might sit with this static basic just 1 week. That's all. Starting 1 week, 5 days or 6 days. But later on, all dynamic solutions I'm going to teach you with different case studies and case scenarios coming to Excel. Okay, very much clearly I'm telling. Now let us look into agenda, and then we'll move to the second module. So in introduction, first we will be talking about very basics about its interface, what is row, column, fill series, flash fill, control enter, all this. And slowly, we will be learning something called absolute relative and mixed references, which, if you learn this, it's gonna be helpful your throughout the session. Means you have to, no matter what, you have to be perfect with this absolute relative and mixed. Okay, then slowly we will be learning arithmetic functions like this: sum if s, count if s, minimum if, maximum if, like more updated thing. And then your logical functions like this: if, and, or, nested ifs, not if error, these things. Your logical functions, maybe your mathematical functions as well. Okay, so from here, your advanced level got started, and maybe your lookup, VLOOKUP, nested VLOOKUP. Within lookup, you have this many things: offset, index with match, index with COUNTIF, index with wildcard characters, lookup with wildcard characters, something more than what I haven't written here. Then some advanced functions like a combination of arithmetic, logical functions, lookup functions, data validations, everything. Okay, like that. You will be also getting some date function like dated if, eo month, e date, quarter, some date functions we will be learning, and text functions which will mostly helpful in your cleaning the data, these functions. Okay, again, flash fill is a basic which should be updated here. It's a basic. Then we will be learning data handling function, data cleaning, data type identification, how to remove duplicates. Again, this comes under basics. It's just learning a feature of the Excel. How to remove duplicates, how to highlight the duplicates, conditional formatting, everything we will be learning. And again, here you will, under this, you are going to perform all this like control T, formatting table to remove duplicates, advanced sort, filter, and all. Very much important, all those things. Though it's a basic, it's gonna give you answer. Okay, then you have data visualization like conditional formatting. Okay, charts, different kinds of charts. I will not only explain you what is a chart, but why you have to choose the chart. If it's a line chart, why you have to choose the line chart. If it's a pie chart, why you have to use it, the chart. What is the importance of charts? Visualization also will be covered in Excel. Then you have your combination, connecting data and building a model. You have three different types. One is Power Query, which is mostly used for cleansing purpose. So this is a Power Query is a ETL tool. It is a component of Power BI and also add in Excel. It's a component of Power BI and add in Excel. Then, which is mostly useful for data cleaning. So most probably I will be focusing Power Query in Power BI. I'll just take a walkthrough here, but our focus would be mostly in Power BI. A week we will spend on Power Query. Okay, it belongs to Excel and even your Power BI. Then you have a pivot. Pivot is more advanced level than what we have learned before, like sum if, count if. Using those, we can give a business answers. But again, using pivot, it's more easy to give the answers to the business. Like that, I'll be teaching you pivot and power pivot and make you understand the difference between basic pivot and power pivot within Excel. Okay, so that's how we will be learning these connections. And then, yes, again it's just the same thing, like power query, pivot, power pivot, like how can you load data, merge queries, append queries, everything we are going to learn. So this is what we are learning in Excel. This is the agenda of Excel. Any doubts? Any doubts so far? Gangotri, Kantashri, Sirisha, Nageshwari, Prudvi, Raja Vemula, Saif Khan, Sneha, Saurav, Ashe, any doubts?
Uh,
No,
no,
ma'am,
all
I'm
okay.
good.
Okay. Then comes your SQL. So even SQL is just like SQL is the most important part of data analysis. Not only the most important part of data analysis, but in IT sector, you should need your SQL. You should need your SQL. Okay, so now what I'm telling you guys is coming to this SQL. SQL is nothing but structured query language. SQL is a structured query language. And the tool, what are we going to discuss here is MySQL. So, this language, SQL language, whatever you're doing, that is something you're going to write. That SQL you're going to write inside the MySQL tool. Okay, whatever the SQL you're going to learn, you're going to write inside where MySQL. So simply, let me tell you, this is a workbench, understand, and you're going to write queries inside this workbench. Workbench means MySQL, a tool. SQL means a language. It's just like your English. If I have to show you, we are going to use two client softwares. See, one is command line, this one is command line. Morning session we are taking like this, one is command line, and another one is your workbench. We use these two client softwares. We use these two client softwares in order to, okay, in order to learn SQL. Okay, one is your SQL, MySQL workbench, and another one is your command line. One black screen and one white screen. Both the screens we are using. Now, if you master this SQL within MySQL, it's easy for you to learn other tools like SQL Server, I mean MS SQL Server, Oracle, Fox Pro, all this. Why? Because little bit syntax is different, but the uh, syntax is different, but whatever you write in one tool is very much same in another tool also. Just like guys, if you know how to use your one Android mobile, let's say Samsung, little bit difference will be there from Samsung to Vivo, Vivo to iPhone or any other things. But if you know how to use one mobile, it's gonna be easy for you to use another mobile. So learning MySQL will help you out to learn many things. So that is most important one. Now what are we going to cover here is we are going to cover entire introduction of databases, like what is DBMS, what is RDBMS, and what are the different type. Yes,
చేసా ఏం చేస్తారు
sorry Raja, what you're saying?
ఒక పని మీద గెలిపింది
Oh Raja, can you go on mute? Look like you're not talking with me. Okay, fine. Yes. So, yeah, different types of DBMS are there, and lately now currently we are using a concept called RDBMS. The full form of it is Relational Database Management System. Why are we going to use this? Okay, why are we going to use this and what are the different types of it? Everything I'm going to start in a basic level. Maybe it will take 1 or 2 days for introduction. And installation, I will be only make it done. You don't have to do it and you don't have to invest even money. I will be doing a software installation in your systems. Just you should share your screen. You have to download your Zoom app and share your screen. I'm going to help you out in downloading your SQL workbench as well as command lines. After that, we are going to learn SQL commands like this. Okay, this commands DDL, DML, DQL, DCL, TCL. What is DDL commands? DDL commands basically talks about the structure of the data. Structure of the data. What is DML commands? DML commands talks about writing the data inside the table. Okay, DQL command talks about reading the data or fetching the data. And DCL commands talks about your permissions and which will be done by admin team. TCL commands will be talking about your save point, commit, and rollback. Okay, let's just give me a one line of this thing because it is the most important part we are supposed to learn. Okay, it is the most important part we are going to supposed to learn. So let me talk about this commands. One
Ma'am, will you cover city, Windows function, etc.?
What will I cover?
City, Windows function.
City. What?
C- City, ma'am.
Aha, commentable expression. Yes, I
Yeah.
will cover. I will cover. I didn't get it clearly. Yes, I will cover definitely. I'm going on. Okay, let me write, and if you have any doubt, you can ask. Okay. Okay. So basically, DDL means data definition language. The full form of it is data definition language. And DML means data manipulation language. DQL is data query language. TCL is
Can
transaction,
control.
very good, control language. This is data control language. I'm not going to tell what all commands inside it because once you guys join, I can tell you in detail. Just let me tell DDL commands talk about your structure. What does it will talk? It will talk about your structure of the data, structure of table, like whether you wanted to add a column, delete a column, whatever it is you wanted, that is what it is going to talk. Structure of the data. 1 second, guys. Structure of the data. And here it will perform manipulation, means it can actually write inside the table. Like for example, if you wanted to change from Kiran to Ram to Raj, or change their age, or add some information inside the table, insert records or delete any record, for that purpose we will be using this DML commands. And DQL we will be using for reading purpose. It is using for reading the table, reading the table. And transaction control language will be talking about permissions. Permissions means, what does a permission mean? For example, let's understand. There is this is one company. Okay, this is one company, and inside this company there are two different departments. One is your HR department. Okay, one is your HR department, and another one is your IT department. Let me write like this. Okay, HR, and another one is your IT department. Okay, IT department. Now, here there is one existing employee got a job in different company. Some different company, he got a job. One existing employee got a job in different company who is working in HR department. He got a job in different company. So already he will be having access to some tables, right? There they will go and remove those access. That is known as your revoke. So revoke is a command of this data control language. Sorry, this one. Data control language. Removing access. And a person who is going to newly join this company, and he got a job in a IT sector, in a IT department. So because he joined, he need to give an access. So giving
And
access is known as grant. And this is a part of a DCL command, because you will not understand permission, so I have to get in depth. The other things you will understand, but this is not able to understand, so I kept in a depth. So here you're going and granting access to it. But this DCL command, we are not going to do it practically, because who is going to deal with this? DBA, database administrator, and we are developers or analysts. We are not getting into this. If you are getting into this also, it's easy, like giving permissions, grant and revoke, that's all right. But that is not I'm going to teach you, not a database administration work. Okay, so this is about permissions. And then you have transactional control language, which Basically it talks about your commit and rollback. Commit and rollback. What does this commit and rollback means? Why does this transaction control language exist? Let me tell you. Okay, I'm clearing of this. Let me tell you first of all, one basic thing, like the architecture or the background, what basically happens in SQL. So let's imagine you are a user here. You are a user here. Okay. And I have just shown you two things. One is command line, right? Command line and workbench. That is nothing but called as a client software. What does it mean? It is nothing but a client software. Okay. Let me write this. This is known as your client software. Okay. Then you have your after this client software, you have two things. Guys, one question I wanted to ask you, a simple question, not in SQL. If you save some file, this Excel file or a document, photos, images, in your normal laptop, your local systems, where it will get saved?
C drive.
Hard drive, correct? It's gonna save it where? Into a hard drive. Correct? In SQL also have this hard disk or hard drive. Now, whatever you write, like whatever you try to fetch, save it or whatever you do, system doesn't understand your language. So hard drive doesn't understand your language and hard drive's language you will not understand. So that is why in between there would be one mediator. In between there would be one mediator in system. What is that mediator which will make you understand about hard drive and a hard drive will make understand about what is that mediator name called in our systems? Local systems I'm talking about. What is that mediator? Yes. What is that mediator?
Application.
No, no one knows this. This is a common computer language. Yes, Ashi, Nageshwari.
Is it operating system or are talking about?
Obviously. Obviously. Correct.
Okay.
Mediator is nothing but your operating system. We call it as a OS. Correct. Operating system. So this is the basic in computer language or regarding the systems. This is a mediator. But in coming to SQL, the operating system is nothing but your DBMS. Now it has been replaced by, once upon a time it is DBMS. Now it has been replaced by RDBMS. So whatever query you write onto this client software, which has to go to this DBM, this hard disk to save or to perform any manipulations, there would be a mediator in between that is called RDBMS. The full form is Relational Database Management System. It will act like a mediator between us and your hard disk. It will act like a mediator between us and hard disk. So you're going to write queries where you're going to insert queries on this client software. I have shown you the queries, like your SQL queries. Maybe let's say select star from my employee or insert records into students like number 101, his name, age, whatever it is. So you write queries in the software. Whenever you wanted to save here, this will act like a mediator. And whenever you fetch data, to fetch data from here, this will act and it's gonna give you output onto this screen. So this is the normal behavior of the uh, SQL. So basically, whatever you create, you do this data manipulation and reading. All these three commands you write here, it will go and save here. If you want to read, DQL is reading the table. We use only select command there. So to read, it will come back from here and you can read onto the screen. Okay, for example, I can show you example later. You can read onto the screen. But whenever you introduce this TCL commands, this is a normal behavior, but whenever you introduce, which is known as your TCL commands, which is known as your transaction control.
Ma'am, I have a question. For example, I'm writing select star from AMP. I'm writing in English. So the table will be fetched from hard drive, right?
Correct.
Okay. So in between RDMS, what exactly it will do?
It acts like a mediator. It will make system understand. It's like a background, what is happening, everything. It will make system understand what we are writing.
Okay.
Because how you're dealing with computer, there is a OS. It will convert into its own thing and it will act like a mediator. That's all.
Okay, so basically, it will convert the binary number system into English, right?
Ah,
Okay.
maybe.
And
That
vice
is a
versa. Okay.
normal computer. It will convert into binary thing. But we can't understand those binary things, isn't it? System
Right.
will
Right.
understand.
Mhm.
So that's what happens here also in SQL. Correct. So this is a basic behavior, but when you introduce this TCL commands like your commit, rollback, and there is one more thing called save point. So as of now, I'll explain you theoretically this commit and rollback. When you do this, it will go and create one buffer account here. Okay, when you introduce your TCL commands, when you say start transaction, it will go and create one buffer account here. So what is this buffer account means? Whatever the record, okay, let me put a eraser now. Assuming you're doing with a TCL commands, whatever you insert a record here, this RDBMS, this mediator will go and send it to the buffer account. It will send it to the buffer account. Where it will send it to the buffer account. So what is this buffer account? It's a place where whenever you start TCL commands, it is going to this account instead of going to hard drive. Now what happens here, sending this to buffer account means it is giving you a second chance whether you have to, whatever the record, let's say you have inserted one record. I'm just writing here record. Okay, you inserted one record. Okay, it went and it came here. It went and it came here. Whenever you insert this record, if this record is valid, like you do your testing and if it is valid and you think it should be saved permanently, it will not save automatically. As long as you don't introduce TCL commands, it will go directly to hard drive. But when you introduce, if you say commit, then only it will go and permanently save here. If you say commit, then only it will go and save here. But if you say rollback, then it will come out of this buffer account, which is known as your rollback. Okay, rollback means it will permanently delete from this account. It will permanently delete from this account. Whatever information you're storing into your buffer account, it will go and if you say commit, permanently it will save. If you say you don't want it, say rollback, it will permanently delete. That is known as your TCL commands. Am I clear? Am I clear with all 5 commands, guys? So far? Everyone? Gangotri, Kantashri, Sirisha, Nageshwari, Prudvi, Raja, Saif Khan, Sham Kumar, Sneha, Saurav, Ashay. Clear? Any doubts? Yes. Any doubts? Okay, fine. So let me complete the agenda now. So that's about commands we will be discussing. In-depth commands I will be teaching inside all of this. Then you will have data types. Data types means whether it's a number kind of data or a text kind of data or date and time, what kind of data. Then later you will have your DQL and operators like, um, like few operators like using your distinct, where clause, or, in, not in. I can't explain each and everything. This is something we are going to cover, including your wildcard characters, group by, order by, and everything. Then you will be having logical problems and how to handle the null values. If there is a null values, how can you remove those null values or replace with a valid one? Okay, then some grouping operations, aggregate operations, plus row level operations, like you're having your sum, average, minimum, maximum, those things, and your row level operations. Later on, I'll be also discussing about constraints. Constraints means a restrictions or limitations kept for it, like what all the limitations. For example, you're not allowing them to give a duplicate record. For that, we will be using not null. In more depth, we can use primary key. Like that, we will be using different constraints. Okay, then you have joins, the most important part of it, like inner join, left join. How do you join the multiple tables? Right? You see, inside DDL commands, these are the commands. Inside DML commands, these are the commands. Inside TCL commands, these are the commands. So, guys, till here, it is basics only. Means if you learn this much, is good enough to survive. Okay, as a data analyst or as a Power BI developer also. But you wanted to go into in depth, like make things work automatic. In those cases, you have to learn stored procedures. And we are also teaching you indexes. Someone asked commentable expressions. Yes, CT also, here it is not mentioned, but yes, commentable expressions. We are teaching you indexes, even views. Views are just like your temporary tables, where you can give access, like when a new joinee comes, in order to give them access, we use this views. So it's the most important topic. We are teaching you views also. And what functions will work for views also we will be teaching, and even your stored procedures. And coming to functions, you can see window functions like rank, dense rank, lead, lag, row number. Apart from that, I'll be also teaching you user defined functions. User defined functions, where you can define your own function and work on it. Then you have something like union, intersect, and subqueries. Subqueries are most important topic. Those things also we are going to learn. Okay, subqueries, correlated subquery, normal subqueries, everything we are going to learn. And then you will be learning exceptional handling, like handling exceptions in a query, how to do a exit handler, and even error handling, all those things. And finally, we will be teaching you triggers. Triggers is also a very much beautiful topic, but all these are very, very advanced level. When you're working as a SQL developer, you might need it. Not a normal data analyst will get into this much depth that we are covering, because where you can try for a multiple job opportunities. So triggers are also a very best topic, and this is what we are going to cover in SQL.
Ma'am, I have heard, SQL and any visualization tool, if you know these two things properly,
Hmm.
then it is a real job of data analytics. Is it true? Or
Correct. 100% true.
in the
Powerfully
interview
with
they don't
SQL is
ask
good.
much questions in Python, etc., but they
Correct.
morely focus on SQL and Power BI or Tableau.
Correct.
Okay.
100% right. It's 100% right, Ashi. And you can ask, ma'am, then why Python? Just introducing Python so that you guys understand how coding looks like. That is
But
one.
teach SQL properly, ma'am, so that we'll be able to crack the
Ah,
interview.
you are going to become very much happy with my SQL subject. I mean,
Okay,
I
thank you,
myself
ma'am.
like SQL first. Why? Because SQL is everything in IT sector. I myself like SQL. Followed by that, you will getting very good knowledge in Power BI and even in Excel as well. Both the tools. And coming to Python, our focus is to become a data analyst, not a data scientist or engineer. For them, Python is more important, I can simply say, because there we build algorithms. We need lot more things there. Okay, let me not get into those things. So that is why our main focus is on here. But you can ask, ma'am, then why Python? Why means nowadays um companies is expecting you guys to know Python. just for few things like to get data where the performance impacts, to do small kind of visuals using this libraries. So for that case they need Python, some basic of Python they need. Let's learn that also. What's wrong in that? We are learning this much, and learning that Python will not is not a loss for us. That's why we have kept Python also here. Okay, yeah. But our very good knowledge you are going to get in SQL, followed by that Power BI. I hope so far it's clear with agenda of SQL, isn't it, everyone? Okay.
Yes, ma'am, I'm good.
Now, Power BI, if I just go and read like this, you'll not understand anything. Let me talk about it in a different manner. So in Power BI, let me talk about first components. These components basically will divide your class sessions also. Okay. And yesterday, if you remember, how many of you remembered yesterday sessions? I don't know. I'm gonna check now. First, let me write the components and then I'll tell you. One is Power Query, and the other one is Power Pivot. Power Pivot, Power View, Power BI, sorry, Power BI Services, Power BI Desktop. Okay, so these are the basic components of Power BI. So among this, the components here which related to Power BI desktop is Power BI is these are the components. These three are components, and even this two I'm gonna teach you what it is. Okay. So now our classroom sessions are going to be divided like this in coming to Power BI. So very much in detail I'm gonna explain what is Power Query. Power Query is
Clean
mostly
the data,
as
no?
which is known
Eliminate
as
duplicate values, null
ETL tool.
values.
Correct. You're right. It's a ETL tool which will extract, transform, and load the data. It's a ETL tool. Okay. So if you guys remember, what is the first step in data analysis? Let me remove this color. Later on, I can put it. What is the first step in data analysis? If you guys remember in yesterday's session,
Data ingestion, data understanding.
first is collection of data, isn't it? First step. See, yesterday's session is here only. I wish it's on the same page. Oh, it got deleted. What? Okay, it got deleted. I just deleted one column, no? It got deleted. No problem. I'm gonna type now again. So if you guys remember, the first step is collection of data. The second step is transformation of data. We remember? Transformation of data is cleaning data. Then your data mining. We remember? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the last step? No one is responding. It is publishing. Just because yesterday, for me, this annotation, right? This whatever I'm typing, it was not working yesterday. So that is the difficulty I faced in yesterday in taking session. So very much clearly, I told yesterday also. Maybe you guys didn't remember because of that reason. So first, like how do you prepare a report? And first, you collect the data. You collect the data. Let's understand you have a data warehouse here. I'm repeating even for new joinees. There are multiple tables here. So your first step is here to collect the data from this. Okay. You already have one BRD here. Under BRD, they ask the requirement. Looking at this requirement, you understand you need to collect data from this table, maybe this table and this table. That is your first step. So your first step, collection of data, is possible using your Power Query also. Even in with Power BI desktop you can do, but even with Power Query you can do collection of data. Next, what I said, transformation of data. Transformation of data is nothing but cleaning your data, like removing duplicates, null values, errors. That is possible only with your Power Query. Okay, where you can clean your data. Transformation of data is nothing but cleaning your data. Next, you have your data mining. Data mining is nothing but you're trying to answer solutions to the business. What all solutions are there? You're trying to answer to the business. For example, he asked what is the region-wise sales. You're saying, yesterday I told you very much clearly about one project. So let's understand. This is a chat you have created. Okay. So you're saying this is north. Okay, this is north, west, south, and east. Okay, north, south, west, and east. Here, east is giving you how much percentage? Maybe 45 percentage. Let's assume. And this is giving you somewhere around 10 percentage. Let me keep this as a 40 percentage. Okay. And these both are giving very well. One is giving 25 percentage and another one is also giving you 25 percentage. So the percentage, this 40, 25, 10, 25, this is nothing but you're providing a solution to business that is known as data mining. And this data mining is possible only with the help of Power Pivot. This data mining is helpful only in the Power Pivot. Okay, when you are saying the north is giving sales of 25%, that 25% answer you're getting with the help of Power Pivot. Means in that particular page we do, in Power Pivot, we are going to write a language called DAX. DAX is nothing but the full form of DAX is data analysis expression. Using this DAX, we are going to give solutions to the business. And once we know the solution, I'm trying to put a chart like this. This is a pie chart. Maybe donut chart, waterfall chart, column chart, bar chart, any chart you're trying to put. That is nothing but your Power View. So Power View is nothing but data visualization. In Power View component, we are going to perform this visuals. You're going to create your pie chart, donut chart, waterfall chart, all those charts. Okay. And then you have your Power BI services. So this Power BI services, maybe you need to have your Microsoft account or any company's account. You can go and log in into a Power BI services, which will help in sharing the dashboard or report to the end user, which is known as your publishing. So like this, for first one, for first one, we might take 1 week. For Power Pivot, using your basics to DAX, we will be taking more than 10 days. 10 days at least we will be taking. Then in Power View, we will be using like visuals, normal visuals and custom visuals like your Pareto chart, maybe dynamic x-axis, dynamic xy axis, using toggle, learning more about bookmarks, views and bookmarks, selections, parameters, all those things. Even how to use your normal tooltip and custom tooltip. Chat over the chat. Like this, many things we are going to learn in Power View till you prepare a dashboard. After that, we are going to learn Power BI services. Power BI services will hardly take 2 to 3 days, where we will be focusing on publishing. Like how do you share it to your end user? You will be talking about applications, how to create apps, how to create your workspaces, how to work on a single workspace with your colleagues, and talking about row level security, what kind of access you can give to the different users. All these things we are going to learn in your Power BI services till you publish. And all above belongs to your Power BI desktop. Power BI desktop is nothing but it is a software tool. Power BI desktop is nothing but it's a software tool where you are going to work on your real time. Where you are going to work on your real time. Okay, am I clear so far? Everyone, am I clear so far?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Others also clear?
Yeah.
Yes. Shanti, I have a question here. So
Mhm.
we would be doing ETL transactions also, right? So where we would be doing this part and we'll be doing it on any Google, I mean, any cloud platform as such?
No, in Power Query itself, we are going to do it. It's a component of Power BI Desktop, and we are going to do it in Power Query itself.
Okay. Will this course cover any ETL end-to-end stage in any of the cloud environment, or
No.
I mean, just to have one glance, I mean, how the process takes place?
See, whatever the transformation you do in ETL is, sorry, in Power Query is good enough for data analysis. So if you
Okay.
want any other tool, just let me know. I can take a walkthrough at least because I'm into many things. But again, Power Query is good enough because we do transformations in Power Query. We do it even in Python. We will be going to clean data even in Python. We are going to clean data even in Excel, even in SQL. So everywhere I'm going to teach you about the cleaning part. Then why other cloud tools you need? That's what my question.
What I have seen is like with our profile, if you add any cloud to our resume and then work on it, that would
Of
give.
course, you're
Yeah.
right, Nageshwari.
Yeah.
We should learn at least Azure something like that. But
Mm.
this course is this much. If you want to upgrade yourself, then later on you can learn Azure. Along with this,
No,
you can
that
learn
I
Azure
mean,
or
even if you,
AWS, anything.
I got you, but the only thing is like if we have at least one class where it can show somewhat like how it looks like in a cloud environment, what we are learning, and how this is applicable over there, then it would be more beneficial, is my thinking. I mean, if it is possible, just
Basically, it's not a part of the class, but if you're joining, just remind me. I'll take a walkthrough. Okay? One
okay.
class you are requesting, why will I say no? Definitely, I'm gonna share my knowledge with you guys. Okay? I can do
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah,
Thank
once
you.
the completion of the course, like at least before we publish, just remind me. I can help you out, making you understand how does it looks like one class, one or two classes, because one class is really not sufficient for anything. 1 hour is not sufficient. Maybe I'll take another one session. At least in 2 sessions, I'll try to cover it for you. Okay?
Yeah. Thank you.
No problem, Nageshwari. And are we good with this, everyone? Gangotri, Kant, Shri, Sirisha, Nageshwari, Prudvi, Sham, Sneha, Saurav. I'm Ashay. I'm just speaking, but no one is
Yep.
okay, replying. Okay. I just got one S from Kant, Shri. That's all. So now let us take a glance of Power BI, what I'm covering. So then you will understand because if I simply keep on reading, what you'll understand, right? To understand, you should know something about it. So yes, so this is about first we will be understanding about Power BI, what it is, its prerequisites, and the components and the difference between desktop and Power Query because most of them will get confused between these two things. And then we are going to get familiar with interface of Power BI and desktop and understand the different types of visualization and how to load data from multiple sources and like different sources are there, your flat files, servers, and all those things also I'll be showing you. How can you combine data from multiple sources, data type and type of default chats and drag and drop. Then your sample dashboard with all these visuals like plot chart, play axis and parameters, map visuals, and everything. Then see, all this comes under your visuals like Power View. Then I will also showing you using AI how can you build your chats. Two examples I can show you. Q&A chatbot in real life. Again, coming to visualization, very simple. I wanted to say, I think my Power BI desktop is open. All these visuals are covered. Instead of reading out, all these visuals are covered. And if it was a custom visual, how does it look like? Even I'll cover one about it as well. Parato chat also I'll be covering. Few things I'm going to cover. Okay. Few things I'm going to cover. Now, after this visuals, your Power Query. I said one week I'm going to be there. Like web scrapping we will be doing. We will be doing append queries, merge columns, how to split with different delimiters, without delimiters, different kinds, data types, and how to clean data, how to capitalize, how to trim spaces, everything we are going to learn. Then comes to your modeling. Of course, I didn't explain the modeling point now, but modeling is the most important part. Very general one line I will tell you. What is a model? Means let's understand this is one table, this is one table, and this is one table. Okay. Now this is your sales and revenue table, and maybe this is your customers table, and this is your regions table or population table, anything, regions table or whatever. Now, having one common column, your, let me use this, having one common column, you're forming a relationship between these three tables, forming a relationship between these three tables. So this is nothing but it is known as your model. What is a model? Have whatever tables you can see, and those tables combining together this entire diagram, sales, customer, and whatever this, having a relationship between them, that is known as model. We call it as a data modeling. In this data modeling, I'm going to teach you different cardinalities like one to one, one to many, many to one, like different cardinalities, which cardinality you have to use in which scenario. One complete hour is good enough to complete this modeling. With good cardinality and filter directions also, I'm going to teach you.
What is cardinality?
Cardinality means a different kinds of a relationship. Generally, I'll try to show you if it is ready here. But I can't give you entire explanation. See, this is a relationship. Whatever I have drawn a diagram, this is a relationship, and this is a, see, this is a data model page, a model view. Now here you can let me click here. You can see cardinalities. See, these are the cardinalities, different relationships. Many to one means here you have many values. Can you see one? Here you are having unique values, which is known as, this is known as one to many. Can you see one to many? One to one, many to many. So with examples, I can make you understand when you join the session. Clear? Clear, guys?
Okay, ma'am. It is not clear, but yeah, once you start that time it will be clear, I guess.
Yeah, just start only. I said I didn't get into a subject. Getting into a subject will take 1 hour. That 1 hour is not possible right now because this is a demo, right? Once you join, I'm gonna explain you this different cardinalities. Okay, I just shown you what it is. That's all. Okay. Okay, we are into agenda page, right? Fine. So that's about modeling and Power Query I have already said. And this thing, these are all advanced levels of learning about the feature of Power BI, like button triggers, bookmarks, parameters, navigation buttons. All this is about your interface, advanced interface of it. And apart from this, we are also going to cover your optimization and performance analyzer, performance, how to analyze your performance. And in DAX, this is a basic I have written here, but I'm going to cover more than what it is shown here. Like many things we are going to cover in DAX, at least 10 days, like 7 to 10 days, we are going to sit on DAX expressions. And then custom visuals, I already told how to prepare a dashboard and how can you pin a visual. Then your Power BI services. Power BI services is just all about talking about your workspace, application, gateways, and more about how do you work with row level security and everything. So this is how we are going to start in getting data, cleaning data, and publishing the data. Clear? Everyone clear?
Yes.
Okay. Finally, Python. Python is something I'm going to cover everything within 10 days. I'm going to cover this, but I'm going to cover everything, including your data cleaning as well. Okay. See, first we'll get into installation, talking about variables, data types, and even your data structures like list, tuple, strings, dictionaries, and all. After talking about it, inside it what kind of formulas we can use, like len, minimum, maximum, deletion of elements, sorting, slicing, indexing, all those things we will be covering for sets, list, tuple, and strings. Okay. Then loops concept I'll be teaching you, lambda functions. Then finally you will be having a different libraries, like pandas. Why do we use numpys for numbers, matplotlib, seaborn, plotlib? Why do we use different visualization things? We will going to learn in Python. That's all agenda. You can ignore this. Chat GPT, I already said yesterday, 1 or 2 days I'll be covering about Chat GPT as well. Okay, and this is the agenda from my side. Tomorrow, whosoever joins, tomorrow is also free session. We will be starting with Power BI. We will be doing a installation in your systems, and we will be starting up with a topic called Power Query. Okay, that is what we are going to do from tomorrow. And after, the people who wanted to join have to do a payment by tomorrow or after tomorrow, from day after tomorrow. I mean, from Thursday the link will get changed and you guys can go ahead and um so whatever is related for data analysis, we are going to explain it. It can be, it's easy when you try to understand. Yeah. Yeah, guys, where I am, yes, you once you enroll yourself from Thursday, the link will be changed and you should go and attend that sessions. Okay, from Thursday, and tomorrow is also free session. And yes, I'm done from my side. Any doubts, go ahead and ask from your side, everyone.
Ma'am, take time but explain properly everything.
Definitely, Ashay. You will be seeing after you join. Anything else, Raja Vemula?
Uh, all good.
All good.
Once get start the class only we can. I will get more doubts.
Yes, you will get. That's how, right? Demo means it's like outline. Classes means we go slowly and every day we are going to. The demo you have to decide means what the content the teacher is saying, and whether the way I am telling you, you are able to understand or not. That is most important, because you should connect to your trainer. Whatever your trainer is saying, you should able to connect. That is the most
Yes, sir.
important thing you have to decide in the demo. If you are connecting to your trainer, how much ever the tough is a concept, you will understand. Trust me on this. Because even when I used to listen demos those days, I used to go with trainer. Because if I'm not able to connect, few trainers will have subject. Of course, I am not saying all the trainers will have subject, but sometimes conveying would be a difficult. If you're connecting, you please join. And second thing, let's look into the syllabus agenda and the content, understand what is data analysis, why, how does your future is going to be look like once you become a data analyst. On these norms, you go and decide and enroll yourself. That's all. So once you enroll from there, you will be really not having any complaints. I'm gonna take care. Okay, Raja, Vemula, and everyone.
Okay, madam.
Perfect.
Ma'am, the
Any doubt?
classes are from Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 9:30, right?
Correct.
And Saturday, you'll give exam or like what, assignment or what?
You will be having assignments on completion of the course, but homeworks you will be having on a daily basis. Daily basis, you will be getting homeworks. Maybe 1 or 2 days we might skip giving you homework, so that you guys going to be occupied with that homeworks. But on a completion of modules, each and every module you will get assignments. On completion of assignments, you will get projects. So it means you're occupied even in your weekends.
And
Okay.
ma'am, if we have any doubt in the class, can we share our screen and show you so that you can?
Obviously,
Okay.
that's how the work is going to be, right? Without that, how can you learn online? I will be definitely giving you access to share your screen. So, how my teaching would be? Yesterday, I told, right? I opened a Excel sheet and I told, if I'm not wrong. let me let me show you one last example. Okay, for example, I'm in Power BI page. Okay, for example, I have created one column here. Okay, I have created one DAX here, and I will be giving you time. Maybe 2 to 3 formulas I'll do, and I'll be giving you time. You are supposed to do that formula. Of course, I copy paste formula in the chat box also, but again, you do have to do it by your own and take notes in a notepad just to save for later purpose. Still, when you're trying to do, because I'm giving time in the class, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, every topic I'll give. You're not able to do in that 2 minutes, 3 minutes, share your screen. I'm going to help you out. That's how the teaching would be. Okay?
Okay.
Anything else?
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Okay. If that is the case, can we wind up the session for the day, everyone?
Sure,
Yes.
ma'am.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Good night.
Oh, yes, Gangotri, it's not possible. I can give my number once you are done with enrollment if have any doubts, but you can't take my number right away because
Ma'am,
uh
after
no, if
after
you
after
want
we
to talk to
enroll,
me personally, Gangotri, you call DurgaSoft. They will be putting a conference call because there is a bridge between you and me, is this institute. And I'm working for them. I can't take a student direct number and talk. If you have something to convey me personally, they will be doing it in a conference call and we can talk over the call. But once after your enrollment, you're enrolling with DurgaSoft, then you can have my number too. Right? But till then, it's highly difficult and it's against the rules. I can't give it. Okay, Gangotri? And everyone. Yeah. Okay, let it be regarding any advice. You can do a conference call. Is that okay? You can put a conference call. Yeah. You can maybe today the time is up, right? Tomorrow afternoon or evening you can call DurgaSoft. You can ask them, I wanted to talk with madam. They will be putting a conference call. Then we can have a conversation. Is that okay? Okay, perfect. Yes. What else, guys? Others? Anything else wanted to talk? No problem. Yes. Anything else, guys?
Nothing, madam. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. Good night.
Good night. Bye bye.